All right, so I'm recording now, and I am demoing assignment C3, which is creating an online portfolio using a WYSIWYG. The WYSIWYG we're using is Google Sites. So a lot of you probably already started with creating a portfolio. So you're using this template right here, and if you click the template, then it should open up to look something like this. So here's a cool template, and you are able to fill in your name and your information. You know what? Let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me create a new one since we're starting from the beginning. So I'm opening a new site. Here's a template. So this is a full template. It has all these little buttons and features here. Okay. But for your portfolio, you just need to put your name. So a few things. You need to put your name. You need to change this photo. To change the photo, you click the photo, and just so you know, these little 3 buttons usually open up more settings for you. So you can place a photo here, scroll down, and then see all these different areas where you could add photos and stuff like that. So this section is for work, but I don't need you to post work. You're supposed to give me an introduction of yourself, so you could write information about yourself in this area. Okay, this selected work stuff, you can just delete it. So to delete, notice that the left menu opens up, so you can delete these areas since you don't need them. There's some space for you to text and type, but let's say I delete everything. Oh my gosh, I deleted everything on accident. I have nothing. So if you have everything deleted, if you need to add features, if you look on the right column, okay, there's 3 tabs. The first tab is where you could edit whatever page you're on. So on this page, if I want to add text, I click text. If I want to add an image, you click image. If I want to upload my resume, so Jessica, where you said that you're trying to upload a resume, and Abigail or some of you need to upload the resume, then you can go to Google Drive and upload. You can even embed a video. So if you have your favorite YouTube video, you can embed a YouTube video here as well. There's also layout features. So if you want to add the 4 pictures that are required for this assignment, the layout is this one. And you could add pictures here, upload, look for pictures on your computer. I can put Luffy here, I can put character, and then you can type about what the picture is, Luffy, or Monkey D. Luffy. Okay, so that's for pictures and images. Okay, so remember on the front page, you're supposed to give an introduction about yourself, talk about your hobbies. A lot of this is just playing around, right? Remember, this is a WYSIWYG, so it's a what you see is what you get platform, and you see things and it just shows up exactly. Once you publish it, it shows up exactly. So here, this button right here, everybody needs to publish. When you publish the website, you can pick your URL name and you could publish, and publishing it, post it on the internet so everybody in the world can look. So don't put your personal information, everybody. You don't need to put your email here, none of that. Don't put your location since this will be public. Who could manage or who could view your site right now? It's set up as New York State Department of Education. You can manage this, and you could just share it to me if you don't want other people to see. Okay, so I have a student who's asking how to create a resume. So let me demo this, and then I'll go over resumes, okay? All right, so what am I saying? So on the right side, again, look at the 3 tabs. The first tab, insert, is to edit the page you're on. Now on the top are pages. At least in this template, the top shows the pages. Now, if you want to add pages or delete a page, so for example, this project, you only need a home page and a resume page. There is no requirement of a project page or an about page. So what you got to do if you want to delete the pages is you go to pages right here, the pages tab. I suggest you changing the about page So you could change the about page to a resume page. You go to properties, changes to resume. If you don't want to change it, you can just delete it. Like you just delete this. Project page you don't need, you delete it. Notice that now there's no pages. And then to add a page is here. So add a page, and you put resume. And it gives you a blank page that you can insert anything you want. So this is where you'll put the resume. So you go to Drive, and by now, this is where you should have uploaded your resume. Okay. You could also change themes. You gotta play around with this. At the top, just so you know, this is a preview button. You could share this with me. It might be useful to share with me right now so that I can take a look if you have questions. This is the link to your website, but because I did not publish the website yet, the link is not activated. There are more options too. You go to version history, so you delete things and you are freaking out because you messed up. You can actually go to version history, and you can go back to a previous version. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to people who need support with a resume. So if you need to create a resume, there are a lot of templates you could use to make a resume. You can make a resume on on Microsoft Word, or you can make a resume through Google Docs. For this assignment, it might be easier to make the resume on Google Docs, although my suggestion later on, when you want to make a more professional resume, you should probably use Microsoft Word. But for the sake of time and just to learn how to make a resume, you might just want to use Google Docs. So to make a resume, I suggest going to your Google Drive. So I'm going to open a new tab and go to my Google Drive. Okay, hopefully you have a folder for this class. So I'm just going to go to my web design folder. And then in my web design folder, I'm going to make a resume. So I'm going to go to new. I'm going to go to Google Docs, and then I'm going to click this little caret, and it says from a template. So here are where the cool templates are for making a website. I don't know where these came from. This is the template gallery. I want to go to general. Okay. So I'm in general, and then they have templates for resumes here. Let's see. Letters, resumes right there. So I'm just scrolling down, and there's 5 letter resume options. So any of these are pretty good. I personally like Coral is very basic. Spearmint is basic. I mean, all of them work. So you can pick any of these. Okay, I'm gonna pick the spearmint one. Right, I just picked that one. Okay, and then this document has a template that you just type over. So where it says your name, you put your name. Okay, right here, I'm not an industrial designer, I'm a business teacher. Don't put your address since you're gonna post this up onto the world and I don't want people to know your address. You could put the Newtown address. When you actually do have a resume and you need to submit it to a company, then you do need to put your address. But since you're doing this for a project, don't put your address. You could put, just put New York City, or you could put Queens, or you could put Elmhurst, wherever you live. Queens, New York. Again, you don't have to put your phone number, but you can put 408-230, I'm gonna put 5555. And then you put your email. You could put like fake stuff. I just want you to have privacy, so don't put all your stuff. Skills. This is where you put like a summary of your skills. You do not have to write incomplete sentences, but skills could be something like Microsoft Office Specialist, if you got those, if you pass those. Basic web design. I don't know, leadership skills. Okay. You you probably want to spend more time thinking about this. I'm just giving you some examples. Communication, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then now, experience. So experience is any job experience you had. Now, if you do not have job experience, then you could put like extracurricular activities, since you're all high school students, projects. You could change this section for those of you who've never had a job. I think when I was in high school, I put my extracurricular activities or volunteer work, extracurricular slash volunteer work. So hopefully you've done some of that by now. Oh, I cannot spell. There's volunteer. So the company name. If it's not the company, then you put like Newtown. If it was club, Newtown High School. Names. Maybe you were. Maybe you put the club that you're in. So, I don't know, Key Club. And maybe I was just a member. So you want to put, I cannot spell today, the date that you started the club. So maybe September 2019 to present. And then you put what you've done in that club. So organized students in meeting for park cleanup. Okay, so these bullet points are typically successes or things you've done well or things you helped with the club. You don't want to just state things you did, like rake the floor, you want them to be actionable. So usually you start off these bullets with a verb: organized, created, supported, assessed, evaluated. These are usually starting off with verbs. So organized, I analyzed, created, funded, I don't know. But you want to start off these with verbs. Okay, so volunteer, extracurricular, education, Newtown High School. You could explain any classes you took. And then any awards you've gotten, you put it here. This is just an example of resume. So now what you have to do is you have to make sure the sharing settings allows other people to view this. So you go to share, and right now it's only restricted to people who's added to here, right? Restricted, only people added can open this link. So you want to change this. Change to New York City Department of Education so that at least I can view it, and then you don't have to make it public. If you want to make it public, then you could click share with anybody. But if you just want me to look at it and other students to look at it, just leave it at New York City Department of Education. Do not put restricted, otherwise I can't see it. And if I can't see it, I can't say that you did it. You do that. Then I'm going to copy the link, click done. Okay, now I go back to my resume, and I'm on the resume page, and then I go to click Google Drive, and then you look for it. It was in my web design.
So what's your email?
My email is enewin. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Okay, so you can feel free to email this to me so I can at least look at it. Okay, so anyways, your resume needs to be loaded onto Google Drive before you could post it on your website. think that's it. Anybody else have any questions on this? I just did a complete demo, and I'm gonna upload this video for people who are absent or if you need to look at it again. But are there any specific things that I didn't go over that you want me to go over? All right, so I'm just gonna stop the recording.